All right, so welcome to another video. This one is not a Desmos strategy lesson. So here I am looking at the paper for lesson 5. So first we're going to look at y equals mx plus b. This is all about interpretation. So we need to know how to interpret y equals mx plus b. So we know that the x is your input. It is also the domain. Okay, so x values are your input values or your domain. The y is your output or your range. So that's going to always give you like a total. Now the parts though that we really need to make sure we know how to interpret are m. The m of y equals mx plus b is going to be slope, rate. It's going to have words like each, per, for everyone. So, and it's also always going to multiply. So a rate always multiplies with x, with the input. The other part of y equals mx plus b that we need to know how to interpret is b. And that's always going to be your y-intercept. But it is a one-time value. Start value. Initial. Okay, so B is always going to be something that happens one time, and it can be a positive start or a negative start. Your M is going to be a rate, so it repeats, it multiplies, and it's either positive or negative. Now, looking at the systems of equations, there's two different types that we will set up. The thing, though, that's the same for both of them is that we need to define our variables. Meaning x equals something and y equals something. So that's really important to kind of make sure that we're writing the correct equations. And then there is system of equations where you have the same total twice. And then we also have system of equations where we have maybe one type of total and then a different type of total. So it would be, you know, like maybe they do lots of weird ones, but like the plates, you know, and then it's the number of plates, and then it's like the diameter of plates, and then the total's diameter. So those are the two scenarios. We're just going to quickly look at two examples together. So this one is talking about Peter buying tickets for his family to see a movie. He pays $37.50 for 2 adult tickets. And then next week he goes back and pays $35.25. Oh, sorry, for 2 adult tickets and 2 student tickets. Next week he goes back and pays $35.25 for 1 adult ticket and 3 student tickets. Okay. So I just boxed 2 totals, and they're the same type of total, meaning they both have to do with money. But now I'm going to make sure I define my variables. So adult tickets are X. So adult tickets are X, and I have student tickets Y. So I'm going to have 2 system of equations, but they are going to be in that format of AX plus BY equals C. So meaning we're going to have the same type twice. So I should have 2 adults, so 2x, and then plus 2 students, and that's going to equal a total of $37.50. On the second one, I should have 1 adult and 3 students.
Good morning, Infinity Move.
Yes, I am doing this during announcements. That's going to equal 35,
Today is April 15th,
25.
2022. It is a B-Day.
All right, second one, we'll do it real quick while we also listen to Mr. Rob talk about lunch and stuff. So on the next one, I have a total of $6. Oh yeah, or I could turn off the announcements. That was even better. For 68 copies at a print shop. So here we're looking at 2 totals. $6 for 68 copies. There's both black and white and color copies. So we have black and white copies for 8 cents. And we have color copies for 15 cents. They tell us, so again, they're defining the variables. B is the number of black and white. B has to be black and white. B has to be with the 0.08. They usually write it like that. The 15 cents is going to be C, color copies. So we definitely need to have the 0.15 with the C. And if it's money, so this is money, and the 8 cents is money, well, then this total needs to go along with the total money, the $6. Ta-da! Now, the part, though, that's weird is that I have a second one that just goes B plus C, meaning there is black and white copies and there's color copies. And then that's going to equal the different total of 68 copies. All right, so that concludes this lesson. Go ahead and finish your Google form and let me know if you have any questions, though, on that Google form.